today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Falcons taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from Atlanta. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
That's multiple times now. He's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Mariota. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Now Mariota. And complete to Drake London. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Throwing, Mariota. Throws right back to London, complete again. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
A first down throw for Mariota. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Jags grab it. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his 2nd season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here's the 2nd-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. And he's taken down, but across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit, because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Flushed out right. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Lawrence. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Jacksonville.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. This a 43-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now Patterson to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Lawrence over the middle, and it's incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. A slant to Jones. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's 2nd and inches at the Falcons' 9-yard line.
Lawrence will throw. Being chased out left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll run with Etienne, and he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll run with Etienne. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne punching it in from a yard away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Mariota's throw caught by Bird here. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Play fake. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. They'll run the option left. Six yards there on the keeper. It's second down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
Now, I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
From the 44, Mariota over the middle. He gets it to Patterson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Falcon passing game looking good on drive as they get the first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Into the hands of Bird over the middle. 15-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mariota escaping the pressure right. Touchdown! Demir Bird, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing again, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Etienne up the middle. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Avery Williams deep for Atlanta. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. First down, Mariota. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Final play of the half here, Mariota. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the foot. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Second half starts with a run by Etienne.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Lawrence. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Mariota. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Throw left side, complete to Bird.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards and a 1st down.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. To throw is Mariota. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Mariota now.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
Throw left side complete. That's Arnold. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Now a 2nd down and 6. A shotgun snap and again to ETN.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
I don't care what anyone says. I want a big-time back gaining this kind of yardage each and every time I step on the field. A tone setter, these guys are hard to find.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll get that underneath ETN.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
2nd down and 3.
Four yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
On first down, Lawrence got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence, quick slant caught by Kirk. And the Jaguars are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Etienne going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Looking to throw, Lawrence, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence with a hook up to Marvin Jones, and the Jaguars are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game, and you know the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Patterson now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. On first and 10, here's Mariota. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
To throw again on second down. Mariota flush to his right. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
First and 10, it's Patterson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. It's Bird. 8 now. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An explosive 38-yard pickup. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Back to the ground now. Patterson.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Two minutes left to play here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Second and 5 now. Mariota flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Now Mariota. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This from 32 yards away.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Draw play, ETN. And it was the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. ETN once more. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. Straight ahead, ETN. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They play turnover free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean, partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we from Atlanta.